Who would you have fought?
Fucking Jack Carroll.
I had water in my mouth. Oh, you can't do jokes about disabled kids when I've got water in my mouth.
I've told Jack Carroll about myself as well. And I'll call him out on camera. Jack, if you want to fucking go.
Oh, God.
I don't know who
don't get that on BBC Radio Swindon, do you?
For those that don't know, Jack is a very funny comedian with cerebral palsy. Regularly comes up to watch the UFC with me and other.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a famous... Sorry, I've interrupted you, but wasn't there a big night that everyone... You went up, didn't you?
There was a few, yeah. So, no, it was during the Fringe. So there was the two that I remember at yours.
Conor McGregor,
Diaz and McGregor Mayweather, which you came up for, didn't you? And Ian Sterling thought he was going to lose a lot of money.
Because
he bet heavily on Mayweather because he was like, it's obviously going to be him. So I'll just bet like thousands and I'll just get the extra like, I think it was like 1 to 7 or something. So he's like, I'll put $7,000 on and I'll just win $1,000. And then the first 3 rounds, McGregor landed a few punches and he's like, got fucking $7,000 on this.
Yeah, that's not good odds, is it?
No. They were amazing nights then though.
Oh, they were fucking brilliant back when Conor McGregor was still a hero.
Do you not like him anymore?
There's too many
things happened.
There's too many things that have shown me is what?
I'm agreeing massively.
Oh yeah, there's just man. Look, he was the greatest fight of all time when I got to fucking meet. I set up the McGregor Mayweather fight. So I'm obviously, and I can prove that, by the way.
Oh, tell us about that then. Yeah, go on.
So Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather, right? The first time, there's an interview with Floyd Mayweather when he was asked when he became aware and when he wanted to fight Conor McGregor, and he says, without a doubt, it was when Conor McGregor called him out on Conan. Right, Conor went on Conan just because I could beat up anyone, could beat up Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather heard that, went money fight, we're doing it. That was the day that was decided. That day he was on Conan was because of me. Was because when I did my first Conan spot like 8 years ago, the booker of the show, a guy called JP Buck, is a good friend. We've been friends ever since. When Conor McGregor started, as a big UFC fan, I was like, you've got to watch this guy. He's the funniest. He's the best. He just kicks the shit out of cunts, left, right, and centre. He predicts it. I love him. And so me and JP would watch all the fucking fights together, all the interviews together. Whenever I was over there, we'd watch them. And then one day, he's like, oh, Conor wants to... This was before the Aldo fight got cancelled and it was going to the Mendes fight, just before that.
Good knowledge.
They went. Aldo just cancelled, and Conor was meant to be going on Conan. Oh, they UFC asked to go on Conan to promote the fight, and JP was like, "Do you think Conor would be good on Conan?" And I was like, "Absolutely, yeah, he absolutely would. I think he'd be brilliant. I've seen all his interviews. He's funny. He was booked from that. I have a voicemail on my phone from Conor McGregor thanking me for getting him on the Conan O'Brien show, which is the one where he called out Floyd Mayweather, which is when Floyd Mayweather agreed to the fight. I set up the fight.
Can I give him a round of applause?
You can.
I thought that was going to be bullshit.
I set up Tyson Lewis. I did. So I was on the...
Talk us through it, Adam. There we go. Let me just get the bullshit bell ready. On you go. Let's see. No, he's laughing to give himself thinking time. This is part fake laughing. He's now thinking he's making up the lie. This is the bullshit bell, Daniel. We used it.
I was on the school playground.
That's phenomenal stuff.
And I was talking to my mates, and I was like, Tyson would smash Lewis's head in defo. And at that time, Lennox Lewis's best mate walked past the school playground
on the Cindy path
on the phone to Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis was like, hang on, what the fuck did that kid just say there? And then they had a fight.
Yeah, okay, good. There you go. Thank you. Very satisfying to let him go. Wow. What's the Conan like? What is it? 8 years ago. So what are you in that? You're like 3-4 years in at that point. Even that?
No. I was first time I did. I've been going for 6.
How old are you now?
I turned 30 in a couple of weeks.
Okay, cool.
But
you've been going for.
I've been going for 13, or close to 14 years. Yeah.
Oh, GG.
So you were 16.
Yeah, 16 prob.
Heavy that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't good. but you know, get out of the way.
Yeah, but you don't need to be good, do you? You just need to be getting better.
You just need to. I mean, it's the one of everyone goes, "What's the one advice you give to a comedian?" Just go, get the fuck on stage and just do that for the longest possible until you're no longer, 1, terrified of being up there, or 2, you don't care that you're scared of being up there, or 3, you know, you resent them enough to make them laugh.
I thought you were on Conan like faster in your career path than that. So 6 years.
Now you just seem like a loser.
Oh, God, I mean, I did Conan after 3.
Yeah, it was
6 years to get on Conan. Fucking 6 years.
Yeah. Where did you get booked for it? Did you do a gig in Hull and they were like, the Conan people are in? We keep having to comp them.
Yeah, he has a second home in Hull. He was just in the crowd.
It's really unusual. Usually you spend a lot of time at gigs in Lincoln, but they've really expanded the net.
The Fringe. The guy that books it came over to the Fringe, and God, I miss the Fringe.
He's a good guy, JP, and
he is, and he knows.
He's a good pint. He's a good late drinker as well. He's always there at those late bars till 5 o'clock in the morning.
He's also something that you don't really get much of in the UK, which is somebody who books comedy for a show who regularly attends comedy clubs. JP Buck, who books Conan, will go into comedy clubs every single week. He watches comedy all the fucking time. It's his favorite thing in the world. That's why he does it.
Knows comics,
right? And to do Conan is great because JP will sit there and go, "This joke will not work on that fucking show because I know that show and this won't work on it. So don't do that joke." He knows shit. Whereas over here, you just get BBC people being like, "Look, we know you've got an audience, but we feel that your audience would like if you wore a tiara, and we know you've never done it before, but we're the BBC and we've got loads of black books. We've done things." Anyway, and then they just.
So there was no fiddling. They sort of bit of advice.
JP was he was like, "Would you like to do the show? Send me through what you'd like as a fucking set." I sent through what I sent through. I sent through specifically in the set a joke that I always put in all my sets because I know they're going to cut the joke out of the show. Just make every person who has to edit your set, make them feel like they did their job by putting in a joke that there's no way it's going to make to television. And then they go, "I'll take this one out."
I've got a question.
Yeah.
I've got a question, Dan.
Yeah.
What's the joke?
They let me do it. It went out on Conan. It was my mum's sister has a very healthy outlook to contraception. My mum has a very healthy outlook to contraception, which is good because her sister is anti-abortion, which is a cruel nickname, but she's had 5. Right?
Yeah.
It's a joke that I always put in every single set because I knew the second abortion's mentioned, it'll get cut out, and then they'll leave the rest of the set alone.
And Conan are like, "This is good."
Yeah, right? Man, on the set, you could see me laugh. The worst thing comedians do when they laugh at their own jokes. I did it on Conan because I could not believe that they let me tell an abortion joke at 7 p.m. on American television.
Amazing.
Because they fucking hate abortions over there.
Yeah, but it's filmed in LA and not Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, it's
Conan on the road. Don't have as many abortion jokes.